Because you could disappear for 90 days and literally beat your meat and smoke weed every day and not do anything with your life. Or you could disappear for 90 days and have a startup at the end of that 90 days. But when people say stuff like, "Oh, you gotta disappear and then come back a different person," that's such vague advice. Like, it's stupid. Honestly, it's stupid because yeah, like you not showing your face doesn't inherently lead to improving yourself. It can, but the act in and of itself doesn't do shit. I feel like a part of the journey of being a man is finally getting to that point where you go through your character development arc. It could be because of a breakup, it could be because of a lost one, some other type of traumatic experience. But normally there's like some sort of catalyst that'll make a man want to lock in. And of course, depending on who these men go to for this advice, for this guidance, will determine what type of promises are made to them. A lot of men nowadays, if you're coming from the red pill space, you get told you work on yourself, you get women. You work on yourself, you get more money. Things along that nature. But now, supposedly, come to find out, men were lied to about self improvement. Now, I haven't watched any of this video yet. I had to save it for the reaction. But I don't know, it's seeming like a very interesting one. So, without further ado, video by Hex Speaks. Let's get right into it.
I think the biggest lie ever told to men is that
You need to self-improve to attract women.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a load of canned dumpster bullshit.
Okay,
Damn,
explain.
man.
Explain.
Today, we're gonna talk about why self-improvement doesn't attract women. And I need y'all to listen up. Let me pull out my ruler, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Y'all
class
gotta
is
tap
in session.
Stop looking at everything else. Stop doom scrolling. Class is in session.
Yeah.
Let's lock in. Come on now. Professor Heck is in
Okay.
the building. I look great. Hold on now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
let's
seem like he
go.
locked
We got
in.
toxic versus healthy self-improvement, right?
What's
We're
the
gonna talk about
difference?
the difference and why I think a lot of the advice is toxic, right?
Okay.
Number one, you got external validation. A lot of the self-improvement tips that we get nowadays is based on trying to get the shorties or trying to get someone else to validate you and what you're doing is all right. Like, we don't need that. We don't need that.
That's valid.
If it ain't something that's internal, we gonna get to that. You don't need, like, that can't be the only fuel to why you doing that. Like, I understand, yeah, we want to get the shorties and all that, but it's like at the end of the day, like, if you're not happy with the result or you don't have an internal reason or to why you're doing that, it's going to be very difficult for you to keep maintaining that, right? This is why
That's very much facts. No matter what it is you set out to do, if you're not setting out to do it for you, and if it's not for you, if the reason's not coming from within, like I just genuinely want to do this, that motivation ain't gonna last long, bro.
saying if you're going to go to the gym, boom, 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 or whatever, make sure the reasoning is based on whatever your goals is. Not who someone else telling you what the goal is. It gotta be something that you deem to
That's
be
facts.
goddamn important to you. Not what someone else deems to be important. You understand? You feeling me or you not feeling me? All right, bet.
Nah,
All right.
I'm feeling you, bruh.
We got it's motivation driven, right? So you go on YouTube, you just finished watching a video. You probably watch one of them little motivational videos with the background music in the back and shit, right? And you hear all these words.
I laugh because I know exactly what type of videos he's talking about, bro. Like they be having the generic B-roll and the motivational music, and they got the AI generated voice. I'm already knowing what he's talking about.
Man, you gotta be that lone wolf. You gotta be that dog. You gotta be that While it's great and it gets you riled up, that shit wears off. That
Real
shit
quick,
wears
too.
off. And once it wears off, you gonna miss a couple days at the gym.
You see, we have to understand that while seeing motivational stuff on your feed can help, it can act as a source of fuel. That's like cheap fuel. You feel me? It's gonna be there and then gone like that. So when you find that when you're able to just pull yourself to do something based off of your own conviction, based off your own merit, that fuel is much more sustaining. Because even if you don't feel like doing it, if intrinsically your drive is, man, I'm gonna do it because it's gonna get me closer to this, or I'm gonna do it because it's good for me, that's gonna be a much better, I was gonna say motivator. I can't really think of another word, but a much better motivator than someone who you look up to telling you, hey bro, you need to lock in right now. You feel me?
You know you know what I'm saying, or doing what you need to do, getting that bag, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna miss a couple days because it's something that's coming from, again, outside of you. A lot of these toxic self-improvement talking points, I can't even talk today, god damn. A lot of these toxic self-improvement talking points is going to be mostly external driven, right? So motivation is cool to get you started, but if you need it to maintain you on a day-to-day basis, you need to it's going to be very short-lived. It's going to be very difficult for you to, because eventually it's like when you do something, like when you play a new video game one time, right? The shit's fun at first, but eventually you get used to it and it's not giving the same response. You're not getting the same high you used to.
That's literally 2K players, bro. I know that's a crazy stray, but that's literally 2K players, bro. That's literally niggas on 2K, bro. You shoot a few greens, and then after you get a few greens, it's like, damn, bro, like, I'm really just doing the same shit. Like what?
Getting complained the first time, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with motivation. This shit gonna wear off, and you're gonna need another fuel system to get you going. You feel what I'm saying, wordy birdie? Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm flying. Lock in. The motivation, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to get you started, but it can't be the only fuel to your system to get you to where you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Moving on, we got number 3. Bang! Most of the advice is extreme advice, right?
That's that David Goggins shit. Stay hard. I'll never forget, bro. This man literally posted a video of his toes all cracked up and stuff. He's like, man, I'm just a hard motherfucker, bro. You can be disciplined and take care of yourself, bro. Like, these niggas be tripping.
Some of us want to get fast results. We trying to get swole quick, so we go to extreme measures, right? The advice that I used to agree with is the whole advice of monk mode, right? I get it. Like, we all need times where we, you know what I'm saying, reside to ourselves, we come to ourselves, and we kind of grind, we put our head down, and we don't show our face to the public. But some of these motherfuckers be like, go monk mode for a year. Huh? So no contact with nobody for a year? Nah, that's
you sound crazy.
Look, let me tell you what happens, right? Because I've done it. Trust me, I've done it multiple times, right? I've gone monk mode and I've seen some great results, right? Okay. But at the same time, when you come back out into the world, 2 things is gonna happen. You're gonna be weird as fuck socially. You're gonna forget what's going on. It's gonna be difficult for you to get back into the social situation, right? Because you're gonna be out of touch. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that hammer in. This is why the monk mode is like, I hear you. Or, Ram, you gonna...
I got some pushback for that, but I'm gonna let him finish his point if he...
get to the point where it's like you don't even want to be around people, which could be good or bad depending on what it is that you want.
Okay, so I think it varies from person to person. I kind of disagree, and this is coming from somebody who I think I'm an extroverted introvert. I really don't know which one I am. I know I'm like a little bit of both. I could spend months in solitude. I mean, I'm gonna be going to work and going to the gym and stuff like that. But months where I just go do whatever I have to do and then go back home. I'm not going out. I'm not going out with my friends. And whenever I get back out and hang out with them, for me, nothing really changes. It's just oh my gosh, I missed you. Like, what's new? But I don't feel any more awkward than socially awkward than I would be if I was like hanging around them anymore, because I don't know, they're my friends. I know them. What do I have to be socially awkward around them for? You feel me? Or yeah, like I just don't think that makes the most sense. I think it might just vary from person to person, but yeah, that's my take on that.
Yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get so used to being in isolation that being in spaces with other people is gonna make you feel uncomfortable. It's gonna dysregulate your nervous system. You feel what I'm...
And also, once again, I think that varies from person to person. If I go a stretch, I don't want to be, let's say I go a month without hanging with my friends. I don't know how long it would take for whatever he's like, this example he's bringing up to go into effect for. But I've gone long stretches where I'm not going out, I'm not hanging out with people, I'm not really hitting people up. And whenever I do break that stretch and go back around these people, hit them up, start talking, going out again, it's just like, oh, I'm back outside again. It's not, I don't ever get to a point where I'm in solitude, where I'm isolating myself and I'm like, man, fuck them people. I never get to that point. You feel me? So y'all can drop a comment and let me know if that, like, how you guys experience that. If you isolate yourself often, do you relate to anything he's saying? Because me personally, I don't.
I'm saying, and I ain't gonna lie, 9 times out of 10, we don't want that. You know, you want to be able to coexist with other human beings in the same space. We are social creatures. You know what I'm saying? We like to belong in different spaces. So that monk mode advice, I feel like is great, but it gotta be like, you know what I mean? You can't go full monk for a whole year. It'd be like, yo, disappear for 90 days? Y'all wildin'. You know what I'm saying? And I've done it multiple times. I would disappear and not say shit to anybody. Right?
And then we also have to take into account the act of disappearing for 90 days is not going to get you any closer or make you any better of a man. It's what you do in those 90 days. Because you could disappear for 90 days and literally beat your meat and smoke weed every day and not do anything with your life. Or you could disappear for 90 days and have a startup at the end of that 90 days. But when people say stuff like, oh, you gotta disappear and then come back a different person, that's such vague advice. Like, it's stupid. honestly, it's stupid because, yeah, like, you not showing your face doesn't inherently lead to improving yourself. It can, but the act in and of itself doesn't do shit. I want y'all to realize that.
I come back out, rear my ugly ass head, and everybody's like, yo, you been there, bro? I ain't seen you in a while. Now, if you disappear from like the clubs and shit that don't really help you, okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But if you disappear from your friends, family, your loved ones and shit, that's a whole nother. That's a problem in itself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
okay,
saying?
so we agree on that.
I don't agree with the advice. You know, the whole.
Yeah.
Some people, if they
he and I are on the same page with that. All right.
Like, if we're talking about the look maxers, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They be out here like, hey man, in order to get the girls, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta have a surgery max. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
We are not over here slamming hammers on our face to get a better jawline. That's crazy work.
Honestly.
You know what I'm saying?
Freaking sick.
Like the extreme advice, and I know you want to get, you know what I'm saying, right quick. It's just like, nah, slow motion is better than no motion. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times, how fast you get it is how fast you lose it. Damn. Work. It's like going viral on the internet. You viral one day on TikTok, next couple days, your shit done. Ass. Don't have no value. You know what I'm saying?
Not lying. He's spitting right now.
Okay, because you know what I'm saying? Then you like, if you get high off the virality and you think you got motion, you get humble real damn fast. You know what I'm saying? That ass. Right? Number 4, bam. Who you are right now is never good enough. What do I mean by that, right? There's this obsession with constantly improving. And it's like, God damn, when is enough? Enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this kind of relates to dating because a lot of the folks will be like, if you ain't got everything together, you don't need to be dating. I hear this shit a lot. And I'm like, who the fuck? Like, you gotta wait until you're a millionaire to date? Like, nah, that's not fair.
Nah.
There's people from all different demographics, different financial situations that have girlfriends right now as we speak.
Literally.
And they help each other out. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
They're in a committed relationship for years. One of my homies found his loved one when he was down bad. And they still together.
Now, don't take this. Listen, you know your situation, bro. I'm talking to you right now, bro. Lock in. You know your situation. You know yourself. If you genuinely feel like wherever you're at right now, you can balance working on yourself and improving your life and the commitment of a relationship, because people be getting that twisted. Like, a relationship is commitment. Like, it ain't no game to be in a relationship. If you can balance both of those responsibilities, then by all means, there's nothing wrong in trying. But if you feel like you're at a place where you need to focus on yourself and you're trying to get somewhere and you like whatever it is you need to do, you know what you need to do, bro. If you want to wait, put off dating or put off getting to serious relationships until you get a bit more ahead in life, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's really just one, knowing yourself, and two, picking a good enough partner for who you are as a person, and vice versa. Like, y'all got to be good for each other. But yeah, that notion of if you don't have everything together, you don't got a car, a place to stay, a 6-figure job, that's stupid. That's honestly stupid. And to be honest, if that was actually the case, a lot of us wouldn't have been born. Like, put it like that. If that was actually the case, if you couldn't get a partner, if you didn't have all your stuff together, and I don't believe anybody believes that, but that is a notion that you can hear online very commonly, then a lot of people wouldn't have been born. Come on now, that's dumb.
That's a real one. She a real one. Right? So if you could find a shorty that will go, that fuck with you for you, that's that genuine desire and not what you got, this is probably like the perfect time to try to find a shorty.
Now finding someone who actually wants you for you. It might be a little bit of another story. You feel me? It might be another story.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you really just a piece of shit human being, then I can't really vouch for you. But if you ain't got everything together, you are allowed to date, gang.
Honestly,
you don't have to be this perfect. Oh, I got my 7-figure job, I got my house, I got my apartment, I got my car, I'm set. Now I'm gonna start looking. Oh, you waited too long. Sometimes when you have everything, you gonna have more problems because now you got shit.
Because when you wait until you get to the finish line to date or to find someone to settle down with, you run into that very real problem, as I'm sure he's going to go on to explain, where now you got to figure out who wants you for you and not the lifestyle you can provide them or the access they can gain from being around you and being in the circles that you frequent. You know, that's why the whole notion of wait until you get your stuff together to date is so, not only is it dumb, but it actually works against you in a way, because unless you just don't care the type of person that you're getting with, if you want a committed relationship, now you got to filter out, damn, is she a gold digger or is she actually like feeling me for real? That's a very real problem.
That the shorties can extract you from. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have discernment. You know what I'm saying? So if you're able to find a shorty, you know what I'm saying? Wow, you are figuring it out, right? Because at the end of the day, we all been here for the first time. From what we know. Our memory could have got erased. We don't know, right? But from what we know, this is our first time here, right? So we just trying our best. Nobody knows what the fuck they doing, right? So who am I, or who is anybody else to be like, hey man, you shouldn't date right now? You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Together. Unless you fucked up. Like, if you homeless or some shit, it's different.
Here's the thing. I swear, even homeless people be having, you know, I swear, even they be having somebody. So like, you feel me? What's really going on?
I know it's difficult, especially now, because you know what I mean, it's hard to get a job. They make it hard as shit.
No bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? But if you in that type of situation, obviously there's certain situations where you need to focus on yourself, and we know what those situations are. But if you in college, you got a job, it's not the best job in the world, it's not your end goal, but you're working your way up. That's fine. You could date while working your way up. You don't have to wait till you get to the finish line to date. I don't think that's sound advice, right?
It's stupid advice.
Number 5. Boom. You're not allowed to date until you maxed out. That's basically what the fuck I said.
I was about to say, is this not the same point? Let's see what he has to say about this one.
In the last shit. Don't wait until the end goal. It's the same thing, right? Number 6. It never ends, right? This whole self-improvement, this is probably the most toxic shit about it. It never ends. Like, if you want to relax, right? And this is part of the hustle mindset, right? I'm from New York, so we hustle all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it by any means. They're homies. Word. You know what I'm saying? Word to bro. That's what they be saying, word to bro. I'm out of touch, bro. You know what I'm saying? My lingo's fucking up right now. But boom, right? It never ends. You can never rest. If you rest, you got to do something. Bro, you can't even enjoy it.
I kid you not. I was once a 18-year-old. When I was in those red pill spaces, bro, taking a rest day felt kind of icky. Like, people in those spaces have a way about them. It's like, if you're not grinding, then you're wasting time. You got to stay on your purpose. What does that even mean? I know what it means, but like, what does that really mean on a day-to-day basis? Not every day you're going to give 100%. Some days you give 110%. Some days you give 70%. Some days it's 100% on the dot. Some days it's 20. But your output on a day-to-day basis is going to vary. Your results are going to vary. We're not machines. We can't just work every single day, every single night. Something's going to give eventually. And that's exactly why people in those spaces be burnt out, bruh. They be burnt out, working. Then they be like, damn, I'm not seeing no results from what I'm doing. And then they just like, all right. I was like, fuck this. Not for everybody, but like, I'd say a lot of people in those spaces, whether they want to admit it or not, them motherfuckers be burnt out, stressing themselves out. Gotta stay on the grind. Fam, yeah, bro, that shit is fries.
Game because you're trying to figure out a way to play it efficiently. That's how fucked up your mental's gonna get when you keep trying to self-improve. You're trying to make everything efficient. How could I take a shower quicker? How could I brush my teeth quicker? How could I make money out of reading a book? It's like
dead ass, relax. Bro. You trying to maximize every little thing, bruh. You can't even live life no more. It's so stupid.
You know what I'm saying? You with a shorty, you thinking about making a YouTube video. I do that sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes, it's too much. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, bro. You don't get to rest and stress, and your cortisol level gonna go so fucking high up, your age number finna decrease. Dead ass. Well, increase. and you 28. You got a wrinkle on your fucking forehead because you want to think about self-improvement 25A. Fuck that. Fuck all them niggas that say, hey, you got to keep improving.
Fuck that bro.
Fuck
oh
that.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? There's a point where you could be, all right, you know, I'm good where I'm at. I'm good where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And then you can do little side quests, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to be 100 all the time.
Literally.
Fuck.
Literally,
that shit
bro.
is exhausting. You know what I mean? We all human beings, man.
You're not machines.
Right? So now we're going to switch it off. We're going to go to the healthy self-improvement.
All right.
We should be fine.
Let's go.
If you disagree, that's cool.
Come on.
Damn. Right? Number one. Bam.
Internal validation.
Internal validation versus external validation. External validation means if you got to find the source from outside of your body, outside of self, it ain't really you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think they want a lot of things in their life until they shut out the fucking noise. And then they really sit with themselves, right? This the monk mode, right? Until they sit with themselves and be like, I ain't gonna lie, half this shit that I think I want, I don't really want. Just the world is telling me that I want these things. Like, a lot of people don't want to be a fucking millionaire. Like, dead ass. You know what I'm saying? They just want enough money that they can fuck off. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Afford expensive shit. God. Whew. Take your time, man.
Literally.
A lot of people just want money so that they can afford their rent, house, mortgage, whatever, clothes, basic necessities, food, you know what I'm saying? And then...
Listen, no matter what it is you set out to do, I'm pretty sure I already said this earlier in the video, but yo, make sure your reasoning is coming from within, bro. Because the keeping up with the Joneses effect, that's a very real thing. Nowadays, people spend so much time mindlessly scrolling on social media, so much time online being bombarded with advertisements and just seeing other people doing cool stuff with their lives, buying expensive stuff. So with all of that conditioning, you might think, oh, I want to go do this. Oh, I want to travel here. And who knows, you might actually want those things. But if you just disconnect a little bit and actually get in tune with yourself and how you actually feel, most people are blind to their own emotions and what they actually want out of life, believe it or not. But when you get in tune with that, you realize that while I'd wear some of this designer stuff, I don't actually care for it. I don't actually care to have this car. I would just like how I look driving it and posting it on the gram. Like, you can be real with yourself. That's okay. I've had to have these conversations with myself. And, you know, now it's your turn. You got to have these conversations with yourself and be like, dang, do I actually want the things that I say I want in life? Or have I just been conditioned to want these things because of what I thought having these things would get me from other people or from life in general? But until you have these conversations with yourself and, you know, start to look within to find these answers, you're going to continue to live life on in a sort of like autopilot where you're just wanting and buying, not actually thinking about the things you're doing and whether you actually want to do them or not, you know?
Have hobby money, go on a trip, have fun. If they got kids,
right, let's skip ahead. What's number two, bro? What's number two, bro? All this, yeah. All right, cool. Discipline driven.
Birdie. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, bam, right? Discipline driven, right? Okay. Discipline is what you do when motivation is out the picture, right? What you do when you value and you respect yourself, right? What you do when nobody else is in the room.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or you gonna get that honey bun? You gonna get that glazed honey bun? You gonna get that glizzy? Or you gonna eat that damn protein shake or whatever the fuck y'all gonna have that mango. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I actually like this because, and I'm gonna offer practical advice with this too, because we're not going to be, remember what I said earlier about being 100%, you're not going to be disciplined every single day. And that's where getting in tune with yourself helps you so much more, because I was thinking about this the other day and I'm going to release a J2C squared video on this topic, but I was thinking about how I used to be 300 pounds and how I've lost weight, and people will like ask me, oh, how'd you lose the weight? I struggle to lose weight. That whole notion of struggling to lose weight, you don't struggle to lose weight. You just you don't put yourself or put your body under the parameters that would cause weight loss to happen. Weight loss is an automatic process. You feel me? And so it's just a matter of, like he said, are you going to eat this honey bun right now? Or are you going to choose to go for the protein shake? They can have the same amount of calories, but they're going to affect you differently. One's going to make you feel the dopamine from the sugar and all the stuff they put in there, and the other one is gonna be it's just fuel. It's protein for the muscles. You know, it is what it is. It's nothing fancy. But yeah, understand though, even when you start moving in a direction where you are more disciplined. You aren't going to be disciplined 100% of the time. And that is okay. That is okay. I'm not saying it's okay to have a honey bun every other day. That's not what I'm saying. Do not misconstrue what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, if it's a late night, you come home and there ain't nothing in the fridge and you want something to eat, but you don't want to make anything, you run to a late night McDonald's, run that one night out of like 7 days in the week. You have that one night of McDonald's. It's not the end of the world, gang. If you do have that honey bun every once in a blue moon, it's not the end of the world, gang. Understand that I'm no nutritionist, so take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. But dieting is so stupid. Like, you just need to eat better foods overall. And every once in a while, sprinkle in some junk so you don't lose your mind. You feel me? But eating more whole foods, healthier foods that aren't as processed is definitely the way if you want to like lose weight. And then you got to sprinkle in some junk every once in a while so you don't lose your mind. That's the method, okay? That's the method, all right? But this discipline every single day, every single night through and through, it's not happening. Unless you're actually like a monk in the Himalayas or something. You feel me? Unless you're maybe David Goggins himself. You feel me?
That's discipline. What you do in motivation is not in the picture, right? Discipline is better because it teaches you how to build habits that are healthy in the long run. But they say it takes like 30 days to build a new habit. I don't know. I read Atomic Habits about like 2-3 years ago when I was trying to learn how to code. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't do that shit. I tried 2 times. I said, fuck that shit. I was a free cocaine. You know what I'm saying? I'll try it, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about me. I'm going to try some shit. You know what I'm saying? I tried IT. I got my damn Red Hat certificate. I got that shit. All right, come on, bro.
Too much yapping, bro.
At the Red Hat.
Okay, he's still talking about the Red Hat. All right, we're just going to move on to 3. Balance. Perfect. All right.
Number 3. Lock in. Fuck, I like this thing. Right? So, boom. 3, you need motherfucking balance, right? The healthy self-improvement is balance. And what do I mean by balance, right? At the same time that you're improving yourself, right, you are allowed to enjoy life. I don't know what the fuck is this rhetoric of once I'm self-improvement, once I'm self-improving, everything else fun stops. Yeah. No, you are still allowed to have fun. You can have a cheat day. It's just not every day. You can still go out.
I don't know how I feel about cheat day per se. Cheat days could get wicked, but you know, like I said with the McDonald's example, like a cheat meal every once in a while, you can't go wrong with that. All in all, I do think that this was a good video. Men have been lied to about self-improvement and what it should look like and what is entailed of it. Like what do you get from improving yourself? Ultimately, what you get from improving yourself is being a better you. And that's all you should really care about, bro. If you really want to get, like, you don't, how do I say this in a way that won't give somebody the knee-jerk reaction, bro, you're bullshitting. You don't have to go through self-improvement to get more women, bro. If that's your goal, the women, they're literally all around you. You have so many opportunities to shoot your shot and talk to women. If you go to the gym, if you're actively in school, whether like if you're in college or high school, there's plenty of chances for you to interact and shoot your shot with women. The only person holding you back is you, nigga. That's it. Okay? You don't have to stay hard and go monk mode for 90 days or get $100,000 or like, you feel me? All these different things that people online tell you have to do to get girls, bro. It's not true. It's cap. Okay, so yeah. If you want to improve yourself, please, by all means, bro, lock in, get in the gym, start eating right, look better for yourself, bro. But by no means do I want anyone out there, whether you're a dude or a girl, to be trying to improve themselves for the sake of appeasing somebody else. The only person you should be trying to appease is you. Simple like that. But that's pretty much it, yo. It's been your boy Jay, spreading his 2 cents, one video at a time. Until next time, I'm out, cuh.
That bitch keep on texting me, she telling me she miss me. I've been moving like a vet, niggas moving like some rookies. That bitch, she so freaky, and she moving like she slick. Bitch, I been a favorite, hey, you know it's fuck the bookie. She called me a monster, cause we know I took a cookie. Sipping on that drink, now I'm feeling kinda tipsy. Bitch, I got that in my, you feel me?